Sadly, sometime your favorite television show, one of the actors passed away. The show has to continue. So today we're going to look at 10 times one of the stars from the show passed away, but the show had to go on. Well, sometime it didn't go on. Let's take a look.
I'm Hal Linden, and with me is the rest of the cast of our show. What follows is a recollection of some of Jack's best moments on Barney Miller.
One of the best at deadpan humor was Jack So, as his character Nick Yemen on the hit TV show Barney Miller. During the 4th season, Jack was diagnosed with cancer. This caused him to be written out of most of the later episodes of season 4, where it was explained that Nick was just out of the office or at another precinct. He did return for a few episodes of season 5, but the cancer quickly spread and Jack passed away in January of 1979 at the age of 61. They went back saying his character was out of the office, but at the end of season 5 ran a clip show as a farewell to Jack, and each cast member would give their own thoughts about working with Jack.
Jack So was born Goro Suzuki, and along with many other Japanese Americans, spent a good deal of World War II in detention camps on the West Coast. It was an indignity he never forgot. But rather than retreating into bitterness, he faced the world with humor. And he imbued Nick Yamana with a sense of humor about his ancestry and his heritage, but also a sense of dignity and pride.
Nicholas Colossanto played Coach on the NBC hit Cheers starting in 1982. Sadly, during the 4th season of the series, Nicholas suffered a heart attack at the age of 61. The following season, his character was written out of the show with no cause of death given.
You know, I once thought of being a priest.
Oh, you're religious.
No, I just thought it'd be a nice, kind of peaceful life, you know?
Allow me to dispel your misconceptions.
Oh, thank you, Father.
Phyllis, starring Cloris Leachman as Phyllis, was a spinoff of the hit TV show Mary Tyler Moore. Phyllis's boss on the show was Julie, played by Barbara Colby. However, in the summer of 1975, Barbara and her acting friend were walking to their car after acting class when they were shot in the parking lot. Barbara would be killed instantly, and her friend would die a few hours later. Before his passing, he told the police 2 men shot at them, and he didn't know why. He said 2 men in a light-colored van pulled up, each got out and fired a shot. Police investigated, finding it was just a random drive-by shooting, and the killers were never found. For the show, her character was replaced by Liz Torsa, who took over the role as Julia. Barbara would only appear on 3 episodes of Phyllis, all filmed before her death.
Come on into my office.
Oh, sure.
Hey, Julie. Listen, this dog, The dog's a lousy model. Can't you get me a better one?
I tried, but Sybil Shepherd wouldn't wear a flea collar.
The news tonight, motion picture and television star John Eric Hexum is in critical condition tonight, a victim of a freak accident. Phil Schumann is standing by live at the Beverly Hills Medical Center. He has the latest for us. Phil?
John Eric Hexum was a rising star in TV when he landed the role of Mark Hooper on the CBS series Coverup, about a fashion photographer who teams up with a special forces soldier to go on CIA missions. During the filming of the show in October of 1984, John became bored waiting on the filming to start. He started to play Russian roulette with one of the prop guns on set. Joking around, he would spin the cylinder and put the gun to his temple and pull the trigger. This caused the blank in the gun to discharge and fracture his skull. A bone fragment the size of a quarter was driven into his brain. He was rushed to the hospital but would die later that day. The producers of the show decided to finish up the series and keep the show going. His character was killed off during a CIA mission that wasn't part of an episode. Jack Stryker, played by Anthony Hamilton, came on as a new CIA agent. The last episode of the show with John ended with a message about him rather than end credits. The show would be canceled at the end of the season.
Your martini's getting warm, and I'm getting cold.
The young actor capitalized on his image as a male sex symbol, but Hexum worked hard at his craft. He graduated from Michigan State University with a degree in philosophy. He played piano in New York while looking for acting jobs. Hexum knew his looks were important.
It gets you the opportunity to read for the job. And after that, you're on your own.
The Gen X kids love the Muppets on Sesame Street, but we also love the human character, Mr. Hooper, played by Will Lee. He was like the grandpa of Sesame Street. He was one of the first humans on the show starting in 1969, but sadly he would pass away in 1982 due to a heart attack at the age of 62. In a bold move, the producers decided to let Mr. Hooper die on the show and doing a full show about death. The episode, Farewell Mr. Hooper, aired in November of 1983 and dealt with Big Bird trying to understand the death of his friend.
That's an H.
What's the sound of H? Right. Now this sound?
Ooper.
Good.
Ooper.
Right.
Lime Street might not be a show people remember, as it would only air 4 episodes. It starred Robert Ragnar as a widow raising 2 daughters, as he dealt with investigating insurance cases. One of his daughters was played by Samantha Smith, who had already become famous at the age of 13 due to her peace activism about the Cold War. Samantha had landed the role on the new show. However, before the show even aired, she and her family were returning home. As their plane started to land, it struck some trees just short of the runway and crashed, killing all 16 passengers and 2 crew members. Samantha was only 13 years old. Quickly, rumors flew that this was a plan by the Soviet Union to silence her, but a U.S. investigation ruled it was an accident due to it being a rainy night and a pilot operating a plane he wasn't familiar with. But the investigation also found an unusual and a critical radar failure occurred at the time of the crash. As for the show, the producers at first looked to recast, but figured it was best for the character to live on by saying she was away in Paris living with her mother. The show had a hard time getting viewers, and the show was canceled after only 4 episodes, with 8 of them being produced. Those last 4 would never be seen until 1987 during a run on Lifetime Network.
Daddy, do you like the princess?
Yes.
Are you going to marry her?
No.
Why not?
Because I've already got enough princesses. Now get upstairs and take that with you.
Too Close for Comfort was a huge hit in the 80s. However, by season 5, things were starting to drag on, so the producers retooled the show, even changed its name to The Ted Knight Show for its 6th season. Ted played the work-at-home cartoonist. For season 6, Ted's character, Henry, was now retired and moved with his wife to run a local newspaper. The show was greenlit for a 7th season, but sadly Ted would pass away at the end of season 6 due to cancer. Freddie Prinze co-starred with Jack Alberson in the comedy Chico and the Man. The show was a hit and making Freddie a huge rising star. However, tragedy with the show during the 3rd season when Freddie would pass away due to a gunshot to the head. Freddie reportedly made farewell phone calls to some of his family members and friends and left a note saying that he decided to end his life. He was rushed to the hospital and put on life support where he would die the following day. The show went on. His character was written to be out of town, visiting his father, or away on business. Most of season 3 had already been written, but would be rewritten with other characters saying his line. During the 4th season, a 12-year-old boy was brought on as a co-star. During that season, we do learn that Chico had passed away, but no reason was given. Without its star, Freddie Prinze, the ratings tanked and the show was canceled after the 4th season.
And then it comes, a strike, a strike!
The fish are picketing.
Yeah, no. You're using the wrong bait, man. But you cast out again, and moments later, you stand holding a striped bass.
A striped bass.
Yeah, one poor fish holding another.
Oh.
Get your stuff, get ready, come on, man.
Man, we lost some great talents, some of them before they even hit it big. Makes you wonder what would have happened if they didn't pass away. Oh, well, man, anyway, that's a look at some actors that passed away, and the show tried its best when they could to go on.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.